Welcome to the Game Hall. I'm Rob, and join me today as we unbox Tarkir Dragonstorm, the latest from Magic the Gathering. Well, thank you for joining me again. You might have watched my video with the Aether Drift set that I kind of dragged my heels on to get to you. So it was done, like a month after it came out. So here we are already, but today is actually the day of pre-release. Today is the 4th of April that I'm shooting this. So I think the official release date for the Tarkir Dragonstorm set is next Friday, which I think is the 11th. But I was able to get my hands on some of these from my local game store. So what we have today is I know these are based, the pre-releases are divided into, the 5 clans. So when I did this, there was like an option to do an in-store pre-release special or a take-home. So when we did the take-home, I think it came with 2 of these packs and the pre-release, and they didn't give me a choice. So of the 5 clans, this one was just the one that ended up in my bag, but I kind of wanted this one anyway. So I have the, I'm going to pronounce all of these things awfully, but I have the Teamer pre-release of the Tarkir Dragonstorm clan, as well as it came with 2 play boosters. Additionally, I have the bundle. The bundle I'll go through what's in each one, but I got the bundle as well. I didn't want to buy an entire collector booster box just for sheer cost alone, but I did pick up 2 packs of the collector's boosters. So those are the ones with the Chase serial cards that you can only get in these packs, as well as I bought a booster box. So I just recently got back into it. So, I was keeping my eye out, like, is it play boosters? Is it set boosters? Is it draft boosters? It seems like this set, I think play boosters are the only type. I don't believe, at least from what I've been able to find, outside of the collector boosters, there's not set boosters or draft boosters. It is just play boosters. So when you see us go through these, like the pre-release, let's, I guess, start with the pre-release and we'll go from there. The pre-release comes with, I want to say 4 or 5 packs. 5 packs sounds about right, but we'll go through it. As you can see, I haven't opened it yet. And then they also included these 2. So the pre-release cost me $40 before tax. Again, these were in store, or you could just take them out of store. So we'll crack these open and see what that is. The price-wise on these, I wasn't too, with Aether Drift was really affordable, or at least cheaper. I know compared to like the old days, it's more expensive, but Innistrad Remastered was more expensive, and of course the Lord of the Rings Universes Beyond that I've been getting are a lot more expensive. So these seem more in line with a market set. So we'll start with, why don't we, before we jump in, we'll just start with the packs themselves. And then we'll jump into the pre-release. I'll do my best to go through these, not super quick, but quick enough. When we get to the booster box, that's going to be time lapse. You're just going to see me pull that, and then I'll recap at the end exactly what we got, if anything was a hit. And I'll do my best to talk about what I paid for it versus what market value is right now, according to like TCG and all, or a mana box, which I use, which I think pulls from TCG Player. So let's just start with the packs themselves. Okay, so cracking into it. Very first pack, this is exciting. OT, and I'm not going to reorganize these or anything. What it is what it is. I don't feel like shuffling them up to do the hits. Maybe this set will be kind. It looks like this set is actually going to be kind in that regard. And we're just going to get right to where the hits are near the end. So we got Marsh Flats Mythic. So not too bad for first pull. I will price these later. I think some of these might not actually even have prices yet, because when I had checked the Marsh Flats, it just says market right now. So that'll be curious to see. By the time I edit it, if it changes, I'll put the price below. But we'll jump into the second pack. Oh, these are going to be fun. These are going to be like the Innistrades. Well, that's the first 2 packs down. I don't know, like chase-wise, I know obviously anything serialized in the collector's booster, but there's also, I think it's Ugin is the most valuable card in the base set. What is it? Ugin, the, is it Storm of something? The Eye of Storms is what we're looking at. So I don't know if you can see. That's what we're ideally, that's not the, that one's like $80. I think the top one is 405 for this one. That's the big one we're looking for, is the 405. But again, I'm just happy to have a new set as usual. So they also gave me, I can touch on, so the card store, I don't know if this is at all game stores if you pre-order it, but they included a Corsi Revenant. It's called a, it says it's a rainbow foil. Again, when I checked on TCG, currently it was not listed. So maybe that's a promo that other stores are doing, but pretty cool. The pre-release, so open her up. And that did not go smooth. And that did not go smooth. All right, here's more of that cardboard stuff you've heard me talk about. I don't use this stuff, but I guess some people like these tokens. So this does tell you semi-nomadic people who thrive in the northern mountain terrain, living in concert with their environment. They are expert hunters, gatherers, and herders working alongside their formidable animal companions. So let's see. Some nice art inside the box that you can sort of see. I guess you could break it open and use it as something, but it's cool that it's at least they're themed for the different clans. All right. So inside we have a D20. Let's see what we get. Oh no, 7. Let's do a better roll. Not much better. All right, and then so it does come with that dice. Here are the, I believe, well, I know it comes with foil lands, I think, but there are 5 packs. And of course this empty box that you can use as a deck box if you want. Gives you little tips again for how to build a pre-release deck. And there is no, I know a lot of people asked me last time if there was a code. I don't think they're doing codes anymore. So, no codes. All right, let's open this real quick. We have Smile at Death. And some Mage. These new omens, this new mechanic's cool, where you can play them either as the creature paying attention to this side, or you can cast these as an instant. So these are just, yeah, these are just special cards. So I thought they were gonna be like land cards or something, so these must come in the pre-releases. So commons, minus the mythic, I guess that might be an etched. It's got the 2025 on it. I assume there's no real value to these because everybody probably gets that, but that's pretty cool. I like that. Keep that separate. All right, 5 packs. Let's break into the pre-release packs. I do like the foil on these. Tranquil Cove. I know spirits are a big part of this, but they don't have flying. I don't know how I feel about these. What do you guys feel about these borderless? It almost, honestly, it just, with it just being a plain back, a black backing, it almost feels like a, you know, like an insert card or a rules card, not an actual card. I don't know how I feel about that. That's because that's the second one I've seen of that. Yeah, these got that Innistrad remastered gluing on them. Tough to open. There it is again, see? And I don't know. I don't know if I'll have to look up if these are actually just considered borderless or not, but not loving that, personally. Maybe you do, let me know if you do, but I don't know. A little too plain for my taste. Seems like the bottom's where to open these. First art series. Gold signature too. All right, one more pack in the pre-release. So yeah, I don't know why I keep doing that. The bottom of the pack seems to be the easier. So I went through the pricing. I usually just put anything that is in over $1 range. I sleeve that. Anything that's like over 10 or so, I give it a top sleeve or whatever, a top card, top loader. So these are the cards that we went through. So this, technically this is 7 packs. But remember, I separated the prices, at least overall. So this that I thought, you know, maybe everybody got because it was in that plastic, it wasn't in a pack itself within the pre-release. This one came out to, I think right now it's currently valued around $19. So pretty good there. There's a couple cards in here that were, so this one, the Marsh Flats, this is the one that we pulled that is a mythic, but it doesn't have a, it just says market. So maybe it's too soon to tell. These ones that I don't like the artwork on, they're roughly anywhere between $1 to $2 something a piece. This one I think was like 4 something for Nature's Rhythm. So yeah, for the most part, adding all these together, I think he was like 4 something, Sadisi. And I think this one was up there too. So for the pre-release 5 packs or whatever, that was $63.43. And remember, I paid $40 plus tax for that pre-release plus those 2 packs. So if you add those 2 packs in with that, those 2 packs were $15.28 in value right now. Of course, everything is probably elevated because we're still before the official release. So prices are going to fluctuate. But as of right now, that's about $79 for $40 plus tax purchase. So I've heard a lot of people say that this set feels, you know, a return to form, you know, back to there's no gimmicky cosplay artwork or features or whatever. It feels like this is more return to the classic World of Magic with the 5 clans and all. I have to still go through, I've learned some of the mechanics and all, but I'm excited to go through these. But knowing even just from that you don't feel like your Aether Drift felt very much like, ooh, I'm kind of throwing money away because there's not a lot of people loving this. There's not a lot of, you know, value in the cards already. They're already losing value. It's like driving a car off the lot immediately. So hopefully there's some of that, but I wanted to at least be honest with, so $79 versus $40, that's not bad. But we're going to continue and let's see what we should look at next. I think obviously is the bundle. So looking at the bundle, this keeps with the this is where I was with the pre-release. I thought is the 15 traditional foil and 15 regular basic lands. So you're going to get a land pack in here. Has an alt art traditional foil teamer battle crier, another life counter D20, the card box. These ones are a lot nicer than those pre-release ones. They're not made out of, I mean, they are made out of cardboard, but they're a lot thicker stock. So I tend to use those to keep some of my initial sets in. And then these come with 2 reference cards and 9 of the play booster packs. So let's crack into this bundle. All right, let's see, can we do it this time? Go slow. Yeah, there we go. So this costs, I think it was $60 plus tax. So I think that's roughly anywhere between 55 and 60 or what they're asking for it. Support your local gaming store, even if it means paying a couple extra bucks, because not everybody can go down the street and get one of these. They have to order them online, pay the big bucks. Enter the Eye of the Dragonstorm. So this is just an advertisement for the commander decks. I didn't get any of the commander decks. I'm still playing standard, so I'm curious to see how some of these integrate into my standard decks. Maybe I'll try commander again. My group's kind of debating whether or not we want to try it, but we're old school. Play boosters, collector boosters, so that's what I was saying. There's no set boosters as far as I could see. So the box. I like the artwork. Very cool. All right. So, same stuff. Cardboard pieces I'll never use, but thank you anyway. Then we're gonna have our packs, and oh look, that's cool. That's oversized, just like the Aether Drift one. Has kind of a glimmer to it. I don't know if you can really see, there's a little bit of a glimmer to it. And I got a nat 1, so that's not a that's not a good sign. All right, so we'll put the box aside. We'll keep that nat 1 there. Hopefully that's not a nat 1 for the pulls. And we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 packs, and the land packs. So I'll quickly open the land packs, and then I'm probably, like I usually do, just time lapse through the 9-pack opening, touch base with you like I did on the pre-release to see what we might have got. So this is the battle crier, so that's the where it said you get one of these, and then we have just these I like the artwork on the dragon silhouette. Silhouettes on the ground are very cool. I like to keep with the theme. And then so these were the foils. And then these will be, it's nice tearing into some paper where it's easy to open. I don't have to worry about fighting with glue. These are the 2 reference cards they were talking about. So you got those. And then your non-foils of those same lands. Cool. All right, so be patient or fast forward. I will put the chapters in it, but I'm going to crack through these 9 packs, and I'm not going to talk much, so I'm just going to put it on time lapse and tune in with you with the value at the end. All right, so these are the bundle. So that was, again, 9 packs. Out of those 9 packs, you might have saw, you know how I do by now, anything over $1, I put into a sleeve. So some of these are like $2, a lot of dollars lands. I think Codis is around like $4 or $5 right now. But you might have seen, if I slowed it down or not, already we have hit Ugin, Eye of the Storms. So he's currently valued at about $60. Again, that could either go up or go down depending on how it fluctuates once they're actually released, but already that's pretty exciting. Again, got another one of these that is Mythic and Market, so I don't know exactly what that means, if that'll eventually assume a cost or a value or just stay what it is right now, but that's pretty cool. So again, I spent $60 on this bundle. And as of right now, current value of these cards, of course, considering some of these just say market for right now, 133. So already double value. So I tend to agree with what I've seen online, that these are hitting pretty good. And there's a lot of cards as I was going through the values, just, you know, with the new mechanics and all, that I'm interested in putting together, either in a, you know, just a Tarkir deck or actually integrating in some of my standard decks. So that's pretty cool already. I'm feeling pretty good about this set, and I'm really loving the artwork and the theme. So I'm gonna move those aside. He's definitely our big hit so far of the day. And we are going to jump into the booster box. So the booster box was, I think after tax, 137. So about what I think Aether Drift was. I don't know how much, let's see, there are 30 packs in these. So they average, if you buy one of these, to about $4.56 after tax a pack. So I don't think that's bad at all. Again, that just depends on where you get them from and if there's any sort of upcharge or anything to them. But I think we'll go into time lapse, same thing, because this one's going to be even, it's going to be triple the length as the other one. But yeah, like I said, so far, that Ugin, you know, and stick around if you do want to skip through. I totally understand. At the end, I'll open the 2 collector boosters. So if you just want to skip them to see that, I do want to see, is there a box topper? I'm very curious. And there is not. So some of these sets, you know, the Aether Drifts, they had a box topper. Looks like this set does not. So cool. All right, well, let's see what we got. Well, that was a lot. As you can see from these stacks right here, pretty hefty stacks. This was the booster box for Tarkir Dragonstorm. I went through and I priced everything as of 4/4, so that might change. The one thing I'll say is just in general, maybe it's because it's pre-release. We'll see if they hold their value, but individual cards seem to have a lot more value right now than usually, you know, with the commons and uncommons. However, I did nothing over $10, but there were some pretty great pulls as far as Perenation. It's pretty good. Fangkeeper's familiar. I got a lot of these Tempest Hawks. But one thing I noticed on a couple of the cards, at least 3 or 4, which is a little disappointing, probably affects it some sort, but if you could see the inking, looks like it got rubbed or bled a little bit. So on the Smile at Death, Storm Scale, and I want to say there's one other one. These cards, this one I think is like $7 or $8. This land enters tapped unless you control a mountain or forest. Add a water, or you could tap a water and the card, and the next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. So I think that's going to be pretty useful. Otherwise, overall, the big reveal for this set is I spent again $137 for the booster box, and as of right now, it is looking like $211. So $211 in value for the booster box. Again, we'll see once it officially releases how much of that holds. But overall, for those couple of things, we're up on everything, almost twice the value right now. So. You know, I've bought pre-release stuff before. I don't remember it holding or having that much value initially as much as this one is. So maybe this is just, like I said, a lot of hype, a lot of people really eager for this set. As you can see, where I will take the booster box, which is here, plus the pre-release, or the bundle, which is here, and the pre-release, and these are the anything under $1 value. And then these are the anything over $1 value. So that's pretty good. And then we have the $19 something Smile at Death, and the $60 how do you pronounce it, Ugin. So those were the big pools for today. But we still have 2 other things to open real quick. So why don't we jump into that without destroying this pack over here. So we have the 2 collector's boosters. So these $30 a piece. Do the math. They're like $300 some or whatever for the actual box of 12. I just wanted to pick up 2 just to see. Again, we're chasing serialized cards. So if we see a serial number on there, or if we get that Ugin, I think it's like a borderless or whatever. He's upwards of like 400 right now. But this is just, you know how these go. This is just for the chase. So let's take a look at how we're gonna do. Come on. It's making me nervous. Of course, it's gonna be hard to open, and I'm gonna damage the serial card. You're all gonna hate me, but I'm gonna have to use a knife. Just gotta be careful, right? I hate the glue on these sometimes. It's ridiculous. All right. So it looks like the bigger hits on these are in the beginning. So I'll price those out in a second, like usual. And here we go. Let's see if this one will open any easier. Nope. So we'll do a little slit in here. There we go, right? All right, so these were, like I said, $29.99 plus tax per pack. So we did both packs. These are the cards that weren't worth even $1. So that Nat 1 almost hurt us, I think, earlier. But we got some decent $1 to $2 value cards. These ones still, I pulled like 2 of these. They're still seg market. I need to look up what that exactly means or pay attention to it in the future. Because I mean, these are foil, mythic, borderless. You'd think they're gonna be worth something, right? I don't know. But these were the 2 hits in that one. So $30 pack, I was like, oh no, we're not gonna get anything from it. $28 card right now and 10 something card. So Draco Genesis and Colossal Grave Reaver. It's an enchantment. You may cast dragon spells without paying their mana cost. I know I've seen this card a lot online, so that's pretty cool that we pulled it. That's a game ender there. I mean, it is an 8-drop, but that could be some fun. And then the other pack, I don't know if we made our money back. Some of these were $4 or $5. Overall, the value for both boosters combined $67.50, so maybe like $4 profit after sales tax and all. But getting this card alone, pretty cool, and that's not counting this because it still says it's just market. So those are the numbers. Thank you for taking the time to join me for this. Stay tuned for a little advertisement about our board game giveaway for the month of April. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate so much for the viewing, even if you just skipped through. Tell me what I'm doing right, tell me what I'm doing wrong, and keep on playing. And until next time, take care. It's that time again, April, the board game giveaway from the Game Hall. What's that old saying? April showers bring killer robots from the future? That's right, this month's giveaway, Final Girl, the feature film killer from tomorrow. And included along with that, the core box in case you do not have it. We want to introduce this game to as many people as possible. And I do want to reiterate, we are not sponsored by Van Ryder. We just love this game. This is a 1-player solo game, but do not let that throw you off. This game is actually really fun to play cooperatively with a partner. To enter, subscribe, like, and comment on this video or any video between now and the drawing date, April 27th, I'll be back. We'll see you here on the channel, April 27th. Don't forget to enter and get to the chopper.